Martin Luther King Jr. announced his dream of racial equality to a crowd of over 200,000 people. He had a dream that resonates throughout today's world, a dream that ultimately came to life. Youth Leader of the Day, fellow youth leaders, Toastmasters, and distinguished guests, I am now going to tell you about my dream. If this hall were the world, then only 9 people would have a home. 1.3 billion people in this world suffer from poverty. 22,000 children die every day due to the effects of poverty. Every 3.6 seconds, someone dies from starvation. And over 1.5 billion people in this world are homeless. They have no roof above their heads, no place in which to seek solace, no shelter from the cold, bitter nights, and absolutely no protection in the pouring rain. These people are constantly falling victim to easily preventable sicknesses, illnesses that could be averted if only they had a proper home. In Pakistan, I've seen children who have had to dig through trash for food. I've seen their slender bodies and their bones protruding from their skin. These children are victims of the weather. They are the slaves of the sky, and all because they have no home. Thankfully, we all have a home, one that we often take for granted. Sometimes we even demand a nicer bedroom or a larger house. What we don't realize is how good we have it until we see, just as I did in Bangladesh, how the lives of a family can be affected by a small house the size of a single room. When I went to Bangladesh, I noticed these people who had tiny houses, and yet their lives were changed when we built a house for them. When I built a house, and when I went to Bangladesh, I helped build a house for a family. It was grueling labor to build such a small house, even the size of a single room, but it was definitely worth it. It was worth all the effort, because in the end, that same family could have been us. This family worked their hardest to help us build houses for their neighbors. Even though we were richer than them, they were more devoted than us. They were dedicated to helping us build a house for their neighbors. They had almost nothing, and yet they still helped us. While our quest for water involves simply going to the bathroom or turning on the tap, theirs requires mile-long walks and pulling a bucket out of a well and carrying it all the way back home. When we complain of not getting the food we wanted, they can't even complain of not getting food. So how is it that they were so much more devoted than us? Why is it that people who had so little to give gave it their all when we do almost nothing to help these people? If we devoted half as much time as we do to watching TV, or a fraction of the amount of money that we spend on gadgets to helping stop homelessness, imagine how the world would be. It would be a much better place. So, remember, it only takes one person, one effort, one home, and one real to change the life of a family and give them the self-respect and the shelter that they deserve. That's all it takes to bring happiness into a family that's seen only deficiency. That's all it takes to change a life. I have a dream that one day every child in this world will have a roof above their heads and food on their plates. I have a dream that no child will have to worry about whether they'll survive tomorrow, that they'll be able to live a happy life with peaceful bliss as children's lives should be. I have a dream, and I hope that you will help become part of it. Thank you.